Hello, and thank you for joining us again on the program. Well, this time around, we're shifting focus and we're moving into some other issues. The presidential ambition in the ruling People's Democratic Party has taken a step further. And this step is that a lot of people are looking at the party primaries, which, of course, according to the constitution of the party, is supposed to hold at the party's national convention. Well, a lot of people are asking, who are those going to, who will those be that will come out to contest at the primaries? But this time around, the leadership of the party has cleared the air, and they say they're going to have just one candidate, and they've endorsed President Goodluck Jonathan as the sole candidate of the party. What has informed that decision? Is that democratic? Well, I have a member of the Board of Trustees and a leader in the PDP in the Southwest, Chief Olabode George, joining us on the program. Thank you for joining us on Politics Today.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, please just clarify for us. A lot of people are asking, why would the PDP? We've not seen this happen since 1999 or 1998 when the party started. Up to this time around, this is the first time we're seeing this kind of decision where the party leadership, from the Governors Forum to, I guess, the caucus of the party to the BOT, and in fact the NEC of the party, to came out and say, we're endorsing Jonathan for a second term.
You know, it is not new. If you look at the American system, which we have adopted in this country, if you have a sitting president in America who is going on for a second term, unless something drastic happened to him, either he's crippled or he's fallen into a full compos mentis or is incapacitated in one way or the other, people don't compete with him. What you're looking for is that, let's look at the bigger election. Why create unnecessary acrimony? That makes a lot of political sense. So, democratic practice, since we started this presidential system, since 1999, it's almost 16 years old now. So we are gradually getting used to the way it's done in civilized world. So why should we extend and expend so much energy fighting an internal dynamics when we can thoroughly, dispassionately look at the performance of our candidate, look at the various sectors of the economy? Has he performed? Has he done reasonably well for us to say we are satisfied we can still present him to the larger society? And the various groups, the Governors Forum, the caucus of the party, the Board of Trustees, which is the conscience of the party, and then the National Executive Committee of the party, which is the highest body after the National Convention. Even the various, the National Youth members of the party and the women, have also looked at it and said, look, we are quite satisfied. Having said that, the party has not closed its doors to anybody who will still want to compete. I must let you know that. All we are saying is that, barring all on, any other crisis, we are satisfied with this man. It doesn't mean people cannot come and contest. Once the date for the release of letters of intent, is out, you could still have others who will come. But we have assessed him as the candidate, as our leader, and as the man whom we believe should go on for the second term. He hasn't said yes or no. All we are saying is that we're quite satisfied with all he had done so far for the party, and we are saying, if you are ready to go, we will give you the chance.
All right, it's just interesting, like you've said, but when the party said as a sole candidate, the English seems to be very straightforward, and some of us would think, and we could easily go back to your party's constitution, and from Article 17, it's very clear that the subsection 17.2, which says that in the conduct of primaries for the party's candidate for the post of the president, subsection 2A says for the party's candidate for the post of the president of the Federal Republic, the primary shall be held at the national convention of the party, specially convened for that purpose. And one is wondering, when the party said as the sole candidate, what it brings to mind is that maybe you have punctured every other ambition that anybody may have in the party.
There is nothing like puncturing anything. Like I said to you, the various groups have met. They looked at his program. They've looked at his conduct. They've looked at the performance, and they have consulted widely. And so they came and said, look, we are satisfied with this candidate we have, and we are representing him. That does not exclude anybody else who wants to contest.
So you're not even looking at alternative options that you may have in the party, which may even come out better than the candidate you think you have at the moment.
You know, the point is, here is a man who has been tested. We are satisfied with his performance. Whoever will come will not be a president. So, looking at alternatives, yes, we will. But it is the National Convention, which is yet to be held, that would affirm and confirm that this man is the flag bearer. For now, as an aspirant, we are saying, Mr. President, we're satisfied with your performance, we're satisfied with your conduct. If you want to go back, we will support you. That is the essence of all these discussions that have transpired.
Chief George, a lot of people will be asking that, why don't you wait until the primaries? Like giving him that automatic endorsement gives a lot of discouragement to any other person in the party.
I have told you one thing. With experience, we have found out that in the American system, the way it is run, an incumbent president is hardly challenged.
Because I was almost, sorry, I'm almost saying that even when Obama was returned, there was a very big challenge at the convention.
Who challenged?
There were a lot of lists, about 51 names that came up before the convention, before the primaries. He was heavily challenged, only that he had the edge.
No, this is the same thing. You hardly will go to the last line and say you want to challenge an incumbent president. Because one, he has a record of performance. You will look at it. What are we looking for? You want to convince the larger electorate that, you know, the man we have has done A, B, C, D. We are satisfied with what he has done. And you are asking the larger electorate, if we present him, he will tell them, can you trust him to continue to manage the resources of this nation on their behalf and for their benefit? That is the essence. And we are saying, because we're in the throes of, electioneering period, and then you think, why can't we look at it, reduce on this acrimony, reduce all these unnecessary innuendos, pettiness, and breaking all our forces as against the opposition that is yet to settle. So we looked at it and said, fine. Every group looked and examined it and said, well, if he says he wants to come, we will back him. What's wrong in doing that?
All right,
because the final thing is, on the day of that convention, we will still have a convention. In America too, people can say they wanted to challenge Obama, but by the time it was getting closer to the national convention, they are so happy about what he has done. Why change a winning horse? That's what we are saying.